I've got a lot to talk about this morning, and so I'm going to do it as quick as I can. But I ain't going to promise anybody what time we'll get done. I got a lot of general information for everybody, and I got a few things I want to talk to cooks about, a few things I want to talk to waitresses about. And then at the end, we're going to talk about the BOGO, buy one, get one. It's coming up the next 3 days. And I think everybody's heard about it now. But I'm going to save that for last. We're going to cover everything else before we do that. We're also going to have the drawing, find out who won the pizza. We got this book to give them 52 pizzas, one a week for the rest of the year. Anybody had to sing it? This meeting is being recorded for posterity too, so we can watch it again if we need to.
There's gas.
Game's late.
Look at her standing at the door.
Okay, Wednesday ends up our year. The National Restaurant Corporation's fiscal year ends Wednesday. That's the 25th, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And the 26th, which is Thursday, will be a new year for this company. Our years are set up on a fiscal year, and it ends after 13 periods. It's a little bit different from a calendar year. But anyway, last year, what we were trying to do, and where the main emphasis of everything was at, was on profit. And that was the main thing that I was trying to do, and what all the managers were trying to do. We had a real good year as far as profit goes. But, on the other hand, the quality, service, and cleanliness of all stores went down. QSC. And we were getting inspected regularly, and you got a long time people know that we used to get inspected quite frequently. And the years just went by, you can probably count them. Probably been 5 or 6 at the most all year long. Maybe there was a couple more than that, I don't remember, but it's not been many. And so, the QSC has not been real good. It's gone down. We've gotten away from a lot of little details that everybody used to pay close attention to, and people's gotten now where they're just real general about everything, and they're not doing some of the more specific things that are outlined in standards of operation, which is this book right here. It tells how everything is supposed to be like. But anyway, this year, they decided to change and go for a different strategy. So what we're going after this year is, instead of trying to do everything to make the most profit we can, we're going to do everything we can to make the sales go up. And to improve the quality, service, and cleanliness for the QSC. When I say QSC, everybody knows what I'm talking about, don't you? It's basically, when we get inspected, that's what they're looking for, is QSC. Q's for quality, S is for service, and C is for cleanliness. So there's going to be a whole lot of emphasis placed on that this year. And to make it more interesting, there's going to be an incentive program. I don't know if any of y'all heard about this. I've explained it to the assistant managers, and they may tell us something like it. But we're going to have a mystery shopper program this year. And the mystery shopper is a person who lives in this area, real close by this PizzaHut. There will be several mystery shoppers. I don't know exactly how many. Some of the details were not even given to me because I'm not supposed to know. John don't even know. But there's certain people in this town that have been chosen to be mystery shoppers, and they've already been trained, and they're just ordinary people. They're not PizzaHut people, they're not restaurant specialists or anything like that. They're just ordinary people. The neighbor, next door neighbor might be one of them. But we're not going to know who they are, and when it's all over with, we won't ever know who they are. They're just going to come in like ordinary customers, and when you wait on them, you're not going to know. That's why it's called a mystery shopper. But we're going to get inspected by these mystery started the second period, which will be around the 1st of April. But then again, it may start the 1st of March, so we got to be ready right away, either way it goes. But they're going to come in at least once per period and do an inspection. Of course, we won't know it, but whatever store we make will be sent internationally. And all the PizzaHuts are doing this. It's not just us, but everybody. Okay, if we make a certain score, they haven't determined yet, it'll either be 85 or 90. The new inspection's a little bit harder, so 85 will probably be the acceptable score this year instead of 90. It used to be 90, but it may still be 90. They haven't decided that point yet, but it'll either be 85 or 90. But each store that makes that score, $100 will be taken out of that store and put into a pool. There's 8 stores in our area. So each period there could be up to $800 going into a pool, a money pool. And so, like if the score was 85 and all 8 stores made 85, $800 would go into the pool. Only 4 of them made 85, then only $400 would go into the pool. Okay, this happens every period. Now, at the end of the period, or at the end of the quarter, that's 3 periods. At the end of every quarter, that'll be 4 times a year. The store that has the highest QSC on Mystery Shopper will get the money, no matter how much it is. It could be up to $2,400, $2,400 maximum. And it could be any amount below that in $100 increments. And whoever has the highest QSC, the money goes to the crew. And it doesn't go to me. I don't get any of that money. It's all to the crew. Also, another thing that hasn't been decided is how they're going to distribute that money. So, I can't really tell you that. They talked about several different things. One of them is just give you money outright, which would be taxable. They're also thinking about gifts of some sort, that would not be taxable, or who knows. But anyway, you get the money or something. There'd definitely be a reason there to be happy if you won, that's for sure. Everybody would benefit from it. And last year we had a thing like this, but it was only one time. So this is going to be 4 times per year. So you got 4 chances to win. And there's 8 stores in our area, so I really think I ought to win it at least once. It'd be nice to win it all 4 times. I'd really be happy then. But winning it's not going to be easy. And especially the way things are right now. Everybody that's in here right now is going to have to get used to a little bit different focus coming from the management. And getting back to what I said earlier, away from profit, not that we're not going to try to make profit, because you got to make profit or you won't be around. But the major emphasis being on quality, service, and cleanliness. Okay, so this book right here, I showed it to you a minute ago, is called the Standards of Operations Manual. And the management of this store, this describes what conditions should exist when things are done properly. And it goes into every little detail. And I'm not here to educate you on this morning. I just wanted to tell y'all what the guidelines are, and they're in this book. And there's a lot of little things probably that most of you don't know, so we're going to be spending a lot of time, the management of this store, and getting across to y'all the little nitpicking details of the job. So there's going to be a lot of things being said to everybody about the way they're doing their job. If you're doing certain things wrong, then we're going to tell you right away, because we can't afford for anybody to do things wrong, because one person could blow it for the whole crew. And I don't think that you'd want to be the person that did that. And if the waitress was to wait on this mystery shopper and do a bad job, they could cause this whole crew to lose that money. Or if the cook that made the pizza screwed it up, they could cause this whole crew to lose the money. So, and little things like the way people look. You know, we got a big problem about that, and I'm going to address that in a few minutes. But we're going to have to get into the details of the job a lot more than we ever have before. So y'all can expect that to happen. And we'll be using the guidelines in this book is what we'll be going by. And also, the station manuals. I didn't bring them out here, but everybody knows what station manuals are. Most everybody. Got the front of the house and the back of the house. It tells you exactly how to do your job. Okay, also, to go along with this, they've also changed the way the management's going to be structured a little bit. And I'll take a few minutes to explain that. Assistant managers are going to have a little bit more expected out of them. And they've already been told this, and I'm not telling them anything new. But the assistants are going to have more things to do this year than they used to have to do. So a lot more is going to be on them in order to get this done. So y'all are going to be hearing a lot more out of them. So y'all can expect that too.